Alright guys, well, I'm out here camping again. I'm hanging out on a friend of mine's property and doing a little camping. We're having a weekend get together this weekend, and it should be a good weekend. Stick around with me. Alright, well, I walked around the property a little while and made me some contacts on my ham radio. Radio I got with me today is the Biofang DM32, and I replaced the regular antenna with this like foldable tactical antenna. Really liking this radio. The only fault is you can't use chirp, but once you use the regular software and you can really organize channels, frequencies, and do lots of things. It's a DMR radio. It's basically digital. But so far I'm really loving this radio. Let me build a whole kit around this one. It will, and I'll do a full review on it, but all I'm going to say is it'll do a wide range of frequencies. But about to there's somebody keying back up again. About to get me some lunch / supper going, and then we'll go on from there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to some of this fried rice here in the pouch. It only takes 2 ounces of water in the pan to cook this stuff, so you don't have to use a lot of water. And then I'm gonna that's already cooked, so I really just got to heat it up. And then I got some of this buffalo style white chicken. I did a little bit of squirrel hunting earlier, and I was hoping to have a squirrel to put in it, but I always bring backup meat because I didn't kill a squirrel. I'm about 10 steps on my buddy's property. The national forest is that way, so I could go over and hunt a little bit more this afternoon, but I'll probably just hang out with him and enjoy some time with like-minded people. That's a good thing every now and then. So I've got my Covea Spider stove out here. I've got, and this is the first time this skillet's been on a video. I've cooked with it once already, but I've got the Pathfinder carbon steel 8-inch skillet. So far, the last time I cooked on this thing, it done fabulous. I put it on a fire in my backyard and it just done fabulous. So let's bust out some beef tallow in this joker and get it going. Now before I eat, look at that, I just scraped that out. I haven't even wiped it out. Look how clean it is. Really liking that. Not a scratch one. I was using that metal spatula the whole time. That is awesome. Nothing stuck, nothing burned. I'm gonna try it with some eggs and stuff in the morning, see how that goes, but man, that thing's working great. Alright, let's give this a try. Man, that's good. This is good if you're hunting, because you can use squirrel for this, or deer heart. Take that back of chicken, it's a cheap meal, but also I like it when water resources are a little bit light. Say you're up on a mountain where there's no creeks, you don't want to lug a ton of water. A lot of meals use a lot of water, you know, 2 cups of water, things like that. This don't. I didn't even add 2 ounces of water to this. I just put it in there and sizzled it up. I already had that beef tallow in there, and it worked fine. It worked just fine. I could have used a little bit of water, but I really didn't need it. So just food for thought. I'll kick back here and relax and eat a little bit, and then go hang out with my buddies. How's it going? Thought I'd show you around just a little bit. So right here in my camp chair where I was cooking, I can move that back up under the tarp if I needed to. So I got that one tigress tarp strung up long ways. Got my jacket. I got I got a 1 wind under quilt with snap-in blanket. I'm hoping that's going to be enough tonight. And then inside, I've got my extra layers. I've got my I've got a 1 wind top quilt, the one that you can put over your head and use it for a poncho, and a Swagman roll. That's what I'm going to be rolling with. I've also got a puffy jacket. I've got a windproof and waterproof jacket with me. Rocking the Eno jungle nest hammock this time. It's a gathered end. I remember the last hammock review I did was an EO. I've had this one pretty much since then, and I haven't gotten a chance to get out and review it. This one's pretty cool. I'll probably do a full video on it, let you know how it sleeps, all that. Got my little lantern rocking up in here. Got my Garmin inReach in here that I can put in here. And it got snapped to the ridge line. And got my backpack up on the tree with the tarp just slightly over. It's not expecting rain tonight, or I'd secure it better than that. But so this should be a fairly comfortable place to sleep. And then, like I said, if it was to get drizzly, I could put my chair right here, have plenty of room to sit, and you know, do whatever I needed to do up under here. So this should be a pretty comfortable sleep. And I definitely have some contingency plans and some extra layers, just in case. It's not supposed to get down but about 35-40 degrees tonight, but tomorrow the temps could drop into, you know, middle teens here, and certainly much colder not far north of here. So I want to be a little bit extra prepared just in case. But, stick around, see how this goes, and you know, just kick back and relax a little while. So it's about bedtime. Everybody's turned in. We sit around and talk for a long time and hung out. I'm gonna make me some quick hot chocolate. I like to, if I can, when it's cold like this, temperature dropping, I like to get something warm in me right before I go to bed to help bring my core temperature up. And I'll do that real quick. I got some of this cocoa hot chocolate. I don't know if you can see that. But we'll do that real quick and then slide into the hammock for the night. Alright guys, well, I'm laying here drinking hot chocolate out of my Foley cup. I've got my One Wind top quilt over me, and then I've got the Swagman roll over top of that. I've also thrown a puffy in my windproof jacket down at the bottom end of the hammock, just in case. But I'm gonna lay here, cut this light off, and relax and drink this hot chocolate, and I will see you guys in the morning unless something happens. How's it going? Well, it's about 4 a.m. and wind picked up. Temperature was supposed to get down to around 40 and just keep dropping throughout the day. That's not what happened. Not yet. So it has went up to about 60. So, you know, but the wind's blowing, so it's still kind of cool. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it is raining. I got up and went and moved my stove back up under the tarp, a frying pan and stuff. It was not supposed to rain. There was no rain in the forecast whatsoever. But it is sure enough raining. I went and made sure everything was tucked back up under the tarp where I can be nice and comfortable. And I'm good, but that just goes to show you that you got to kind of be prepared. You can't just trust the weather forecast, because let's say I hadn't flown a tarp tonight, I'd be getting pretty wet right now. Like I said, the wind's picking up. If it gets much worse, it's going to worry me, because there is some white pines near here. And now, with everything being soaking wet, if the temperature plummets like they say it's going to, that could cause some ice problems later on today, later on this afternoon. But that's all for now. One thing is, I didn't really notice it while I was sleeping, but I went to sit up in my hammock. It had done that thing sometimes they will do, or some do, which is it stretched enough that the bottom was just barely touching the ground. So I had to raise it just a little. And part of that's because I got a little hump underneath me right here. But, so it was a little closer than it should be to the ground already. because when I sat in it, like my legs were still comfortable, but this little hump right here made it so that the ground could come up close to me, which I was fine with because, you know, the less airflow underneath you, the warmer you're going to be. But like I said, it happens. But I fixed it, and I'm chilling here listening to the rain. I'm wondering when it's going to quit, because I'm going to need to pack up tomorrow and get out of here. And I mean, I'm gonna have a wet tarp for sure. Good thing about having a big tarp like this is I can pack up everything underneath this tarp. My vehicle's about, I don't know, 50 yards away as the crow flies. So for the most part, I can get everything back in the truck without getting wet, except for the tarp. The only thing that worries me about that is, you know, finding time to dry it out. But that's all for now. I'm gonna lay here and listen to the rain and figure out what my next move is for in the morning. I think they plan on a group cook, maybe. I don't know. Getting together for breakfast. I don't know. I'll probably just set up under the tarp here and make myself something good to eat. Y'all stick with me. This weather's being crazy right now. Let's see what happens. Well, good morning. It's 9 a.m. I have overslept tremendously. Rain finally quit. Sun's out. Temps dropped about 10 degrees, and it's supposed to keep dropping the rest of the day. So I got to get up here and get myself some breakfast. And man, there's something about a hammock. If you know, you know. Sleep's so good in these things. But I'm gonna get up, get some breakfast started, and talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, well, I got the coffee on the boil first. I wanted to do that so it'd have time to cool off before, you know, while I'm eating my meal. Hopefully it's not cold. So rocking the Pathfinder 1-quart bush cup. I hooked up my water this morning, and I'm gonna put my GSI press over my folded cup. It's still got some chocolate in it from last night. Put it on that, pour it in. Should make some pretty good coffee, and then we'll get started with breakfast. So what I got going on here is I got some corned beef hash. Like the stuff for breakfast out in the woods sometimes. It's pretty good. A bit of meat, a little bit of potatoes, and then crack a couple eggs in it, and makes for a good breakfast. There we go. Those. Got cooked up here. Alright. Well, corned beef hash and eggs are done. Let's give this a taste this morning. Wish I'd thought and brought some pepper or something. Boy, that hits a spot on a cold morning. Let's see if this coffee's cooled off enough to drink yet. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. If I was hunting this morning, I could slip back down off this hill here. I've been hearing some squirrels bark. I could probably take me, you know, a few squirrels, have something for lunch, for supper. Maybe even slip back in there and get me a deer. But this morning I got other plans, so I'm gonna eat breakfast, pack up, hang out with these guys for a bit, and then I've got some things I got to take care of. Well, breakfast is done. That hit the spot. I'm going to walk out here and check on everyone, see how everybody's doing, and then I'll come back and I'll wrap up the video and pack everything up. Trying to give my tarp a chance to dry out as the temperature drops, but I want to get it packed up before it starts to freeze. Hate that I didn't get to really push these underquilts down into lower temperatures and see how they did. I think the coldest is upper 40s so far, but I will say they still have quite a bit of heat, no cold spots, so I would definitely push it down below that. They're rated to go below that, so we'll see. But before I pack it up, I'll probably just lay back in it and see if I feel any cold spots. By then it'll probably be pretty cold. Sorry, big old hawk. He's out here cleaning up these squirrels. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Well guys, if you stuck with me to now, I appreciate it. It's just been a quick, simple camping trip. You know, I did a little bit of hunting, but most importantly, I hung out, fellowship here with what I consider to be a friend, Joshua Barnes, here at the Woods Runner School. I haven't done any training with him yet, but I intend to. So if you're looking for that kind of thing and you're in this area, look him up. He's in Clinton, South Carolina, and he can hook you up with some good training. So if you've stuck with me now, like I said, thank you. And I'm gonna wrap up, do my dishes, and get out of here. Y'all have a good one.